I'll talk about the fast track designation as well as the breakthrough designation programs that FDA has. For most of these programs, you have to be fulfilling an unmet medical need and treating a serious medical condition, and there is a specific regulatory definition of what qualifies as serious. So for a company to qualify for fast track designation, they do have to provide some either non-clinical data or very early clinical data that suggests that the drug has the potential to address this unmet medical need. And for breakthrough designation, the bar is a little bit higher because you have to provide preliminary clinical evidence that the drug is offering substantial advantage over available therapies. So you need a bit more clinical data in order to obtain that designation. The common theme lies that they have to be a serious medical conditions. For example, there could be a huge unmet need for something like male pattern baldness or something, but it will not qualify as a serious condition because it doesn't impede the day-to-day activities of a person. So for those programs, it would not qualify. Well, for breakthrough designation, there is definitely a threshold of information that is required to show that you are offering something better than what is currently available on the market. So if your drug meets that requirement, then you would certainly go for it because it gives you an enhanced communication and dialogue with the FDA. It also makes you eligible for things like rolling review and maybe, or most likely, be applicable for priority review. So as it's often said, it's from the FDA side, it's an all hands on deck approach. So it's good to have those designations. And from a marketing perspective also, it offers companies advantage in terms of doing a press release and also marketing about the expedited programs that they have been qualified for. So as I mentioned, they do get that enhanced communication with the agency. And they also qualify for rolling review where they can submit portions of their data packages for submission as they become available and not necessarily have to submit the whole package at once. So those could be some things that can be leveraged. Often a drug that has a breakthrough designation, if the results hold up in their final data, would qualify for a priority review. Although that's a separate review, but often is the case that the data supports one. So those would be some of the things that companies should keep in mind. I think having a long-term plan, so engaging with the healthcare authorities early on in terms to devise a strategy for your early phase clinical trials, utilizing and optimizing early phase trials to leverage the data that you need to help successful late phase trial or a phase 3 trial could be very beneficial, and these designations can give you the opportunity to have that open dialogue and frequent communication with the health authority. That would definitely be one way to streamline some of the development and design studies that are fit for purpose.